Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel, Pajpal A Learning. In this video we are going to study about powder dosage form of Pharmaceutics Part 1 of B Pharmacy first semester. So let's start. Content to be covered in this videos are definition, advantages, disadvantages in classification of powders with their official preparation. Definition of powders. In pharmaceutics, powders refer to finely divided solid substances composed of particles that are typically smaller than 1 mm in diameter. These powders are used extensively in pharmaceutical formulation and preparation processes for various purposes, such as manufacturing tablets, capsules, suspensions, and other dosage forms. Advantages. First, dose flexibility. Powders allow for precise dosing, making it easier to customize the dose according to patient needs. This is particularly important for medications that require specific dosages. Second, rapid dissolution and absorption. Finely divided powders can dissolve quickly in fluids, promoting faster absorption of the active ingredients into the bloodstream. This can lead to quicker onset of therapeutic effects. Third, ease of administration. Powders can be formulated into various dosage forms, such as tablets, capsules, and suspensions, making them adaptable to different routes of administration to suit patient preferences and needs. Fourth, stability. Many active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs, are stable in powder form, reducing the need for preservatives or stabilizers that might be necessary in liquid formulations. Fifth, improved bioavailability. In some cases, using powders can enhance the bioavailability of poorly soluble drugs by increasing their surface area and promoting better dissolution. Sixth, versatility in formulation. Powders can be combined with various excipients to create formulations with specific release profiles, such as immediate release, sustained release, or enteric-coated formulations. Disadvantages. First, uniformity challenges. Achieving uniform distribution of active ingredients and excipients in powder formulations can be challenging, affecting the consistency of the final product. Second, handling difficulties. Fine powders can be difficult to handle due to issues such as dustiness, static electricity, and poor flow properties. These challenges can impact manufacturing processes and lead to variations in dosage. Third, storage and stability concerns. Powders are more prone to moisture absorption, leading to degradation of the active ingredients and reduced shelf life. Proper storage conditions are crucial to maintain the stability of powdered formulations. Fourth, taste and palatability. Some powdered medications can have an unpleasant taste, which can lead to patient non-compliance, especially in pediatric and geriatric populations. Fifth, patient acceptance. Certain patients might find it difficult to swallow powders or might have adverse reactions to the texture, taste, or formulation characteristics. Sixth, manufacturing complexity. The manufacturing processes for producing solid dosage forms from powders, such as tablet compression, can be complex and require precise control of parameters to ensure consistent quality. Seventh, inhalation risks. Inhalation powders intended for respiratory administration can pose inhalation risks if not properly designed or administered. This can lead to improper dosing or respiratory irritation. Now the classification of powders. Powders can be classified in different parts, so let's see about each. First, bulk powders. Definition. Bulk powders are large quantities of finely divided solid materials that are used as starting materials for further processing, such as tablet compression or capsule filling. Preparation. Bulk powders are usually prepared by blending the active pharmaceutical ingredient, API, with excipients, such as binders, diluents, and lubricants. The mixture is then granulated to improve flow and compression properties. Finally, the granules can be compressed into tablets or filled into capsules. Example, aspirin tablets, where aspirin is mixed with excipients like microcrystalline cellulose and lactose, then granulated and compressed into tablets. Second, divided powders. Definition. Divided powders are individual, pre-measured doses of medication enclosed in sachets or packets. Preparation. The active ingredient is usually mixed with excipients to improve stability and taste. The mixture is then divided into accurate doses and sealed into individual packets. Example: over-the-counter pain relief powders containing acetaminophen, paracetamol, or ibuprofen in single-dose sachets. Third, effervescent powders. Definition: effervescent powders contain a combination of an acid and a carbonate or bicarbonate salt. When mixed with water, they produce a fizzing or effervescent reaction due to the release of carbon dioxide gas. Preparation: the acid and carbonate or bicarbonate components are mixed with other excipients to enhance taste and stability. The mixture is then finely ground and packaged. Example: effervescent vitamin C powders, where citric acid and sodium bicarbonate react with water to produce effervescence. Fourth, topical powders. Definition: topical powders are used externally on the skin for various purposes, such as soothing, drying, or providing a protective barrier. Preparation: the active ingredient is blended with inert carriers like talc or starch to achieve the desired application characteristics. Other excipients may be added to improve dispersion and adherence. Example: zinc oxide powder, used in diaper rash creams for its soothing and protective properties. Fifth, dusting powders. Definition: dusting powders are powders applied to the skin to alleviate irritation, absorb moisture, or provide a barrier. Preparation: the active ingredient is mixed with excipients to improve adhesion and dispersibility. The resulting powder is finely milled to achieve the desired texture. Example: antifungal powders containing clotrimazole or miconazole, used to treat fungal infections by applying directly to affected areas. Sixth, inhalation powders. Definition: inhalation powders are designed to be inhaled into the respiratory tract to deliver medications directly to the lungs. Preparation: the active ingredient is micronized to achieve fine particles and blended with inert carriers to ensure proper dispersion. The mixture is then filled into inhaler devices. Example: dry powder inhalers, DPEs, containing bronchodilators like albuterol for the treatment of asthma. Seventh, oral powders. Definition: oral powders are administered by mouth and can be dissolved in water or taken directly. Preparation: the active ingredient is mixed with excipients to improve taste, stability, and flow properties. The mixture is finely ground to ensure uniform dosing. Example: oral rehydration powders, containing electrolytes and glucose, used to treat dehydration caused by diarrhea or vomiting. 8th, excipients. Definition: excipients are inactive ingredients added to formulations to improve processing, stability, and patient acceptability. Preparation: excipients are mixed with active ingredients to achieve desired properties such as tablet disintegration, flowability, and taste masking. Example: lactose, used as a filler and binder in tablet formulations to improve compressibility. 9th, simple and compound powders. Definition: simple powder. A simple powder consists of a single active pharmaceutical ingredient, API, without any added excipients or other substances. Compound powder. A compound powder contains a mixture of two or more active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs, or APIs mixed with excipients. Preparation of simple powder. Measure the required quantity of the active pharmaceutical ingredient, API, such as acetaminophen, using an accurate weighing scale. Place the measured quantity of the API into a suitable container or packaging for dispensing. Preparation of compound powder. Measure the specified quantities of multiple active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs, and any necessary excipients using accurate weighing scales. Thoroughly mix all the ingredients together to achieve a homogeneous mixture. Place the mixture into a suitable container or packaging for dispensing. Example of simple powder: acetaminophen, paracetamol powder, containing only the active ingredient acetaminophen without any added excipients. Example of compound powder: a cough and cold powder containing a combination of acetaminophen, pseudoephedrine, and an antihistamine to address multiple symptoms. 10th, efflorescent and hygroscopic powders. Definition: efflorescent powder. An efflorescent powder contains active ingredients that have a tendency to lose water molecules when exposed to air, leading to the formation of a dry, powdery substance. Hygroscopic powder. A hygroscopic powder readily absorbs moisture from the environment, leading to clumping and changes in the physical properties of the powder. Preparation of efflorescent powder. Measure the efflorescent active ingredient, such as magnesium sulfate, Epsom salt, and place it in a controlled environment with low humidity. Allow the crystals to lose water and transform into a dry, powdery form. Carefully package the resulting powder to prevent moisture reabsorption. Preparation of hygroscopic powder. Measure the hygroscopic active ingredient, such as calcium chloride, in a controlled humidity environment. Process and package the powder under dry conditions to minimize moisture absorption and clumping. Example of efflorescent powder. Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate powder. When exposed to air, it can lose water molecules, turning from a wet crystalline substance to a dry, powdery form. Example of hygroscopic powder. Calcium chloride powder, which readily absorbs moisture from the atmosphere, leading to clumping and changes in the texture of the powder. 11th. Eutectic mixture. Definition. A eutectic mixture is a combination of two or more substances that, when mixed in certain proportions, result in a mixture with a lower melting point than any of the individual components. Eutectic mixtures can be challenging to formulate, as they can lead to stability and processing issues. Preparation of eutectic mixture. Measure the specified quantities of the components, such as lidocaine and prilicane, according to their eutectic proportion. Mix the components thoroughly to achieve a uniform blend. Depending on the intended use, further processing steps such as granulation or blending with excipients might be required before final packaging. Example: a eutectic mixture of lidocaine and prilicane, often used as a topical anesthetic. When combined in specific proportions, they form a eutectic mixture that has a lower melting point than either compound alone, enhancing their skin-penetrating abilities. However, these mixtures can be prone to phase separation or crystallization. Last is geometric dilution. Geometric dilution is a method used to ensure uniform distribution of a small amount of potent drug substance throughout a larger quantity of diluent. Preparation. It involves adding a small portion of the drug to an equal portion of the diluent and mixing thoroughly. This mixture is then added to another equal portion of the diluent and mixed again. This process is repeated until the desired final quantity is achieved, ensuring uniform dispersion of the active ingredient. Example: let's consider preparing a potent drug A, 1 mg, for compounding into a larger quantity of diluent B, 10 grams, to create a uniform mixture. So, take 1 mg of drug A and add it to 1 gram of diluent B, ensuring thorough mixing. The resulting mixture contains 1 mg of drug A in 1 gram of diluent B. Now, take this mixture and add it to another 1 gram of diluent B, mixing well. This gives the resulting mixture 1 mg of drug A in 2 grams of diluent B. Repeat this process, doubling the amount of diluent each time, until the desired final quantity, 10 grams, is achieved. Thank you, and if these videos were helpful to you, then kindly subscribe the channel. Thank you.